Dear students, a very good day to all of you. So our today I will show you the experiment. Aim of experiment will be determination of alkali content in a given antacid tablet using HCl solution. So this is basically an industry type of experiment. So in a given antacid tablet, as you know that antacid we are consuming during our any gastric problem or something like that. So in that antacid tablet, how much amount of alkali content is present, you have to basically estimate the quantity. So in this case, let me tell you, before starting the experiment, let me tell you a few things. That the antacid tablet, as you know, this is a solid form. So from this solid tablet, you have to prepare the sample first. Okay, so how will you prepare the sample, antacid sample? So first of all, you have to grind this tablet in a particle manner, and then you have to measure a specific amount of quantity and dissolve it in a particular solution. So how will you do that? So the calculation is like that. You have to take 40 milligram of tablet powder, 40 milligram of tablet powder you have to dissolve in a 4:6 HCl and HCl 0.1 molar and distilled water. Like 40 milligram of tablet powder you have to dissolve in 40 ml of HCl and 60 ml of distilled water to prepare the total amount 100 ml sample solution. 100 ml sample solution. So this is basically a back titration method, because here you can see we are adding HCl. So as you know, when acid and base react, acid and base when react, it gives what? Salt and water. Salt and water. So here actually we are doing like this. Alkali content is present in the antacid tablet, right? So we are adding HCl. So what we'll do, this HCl will be neutralized to this alkali content, and the excess amount of HCl we are estimating using the titration of NaOH n by 10. Everything is written in your manual. NaOH, sorry, n by 20. That is 0.05 normal or molar, whatever you may call it. So this is the overall experiment. I have given you a general overview before performing the experiment, but in detail it will be discussed by your faculty, so don't worry about that. Everything is written in the manual. Thus this solution preparation is also mentioned in the manual. So now let's start the experiment. Now here is your basic setup before starting the experiment. As you can see, here is your antacid sample solution. Here is your sodium hydroxide n by 20, which is required for titration, and here is phenolphthalein indicator, and the basic glassware you need just to make a titration. Conical flask 250 ml, 10 ml pipette, and burette. Now let's start the burette filling. Now, to fill this burette, first of all you have to hold your burette in inclined position and then transfer your solution in this burette. You have to do it slowly to avoid the air bubble inside this burette. just take a little amount of above the zero level. You can see here I have taken, this is 0 and I have taken this much, so little bit extra above the zero level. Now you have to make up the zero level here, considering the opening new knob. So here I am opening, and you have to watch the zero mark. You have to watch the zero mark. You have to observe parallel to uri lower meniscus. Now you can see 0 and lower meniscus. Okay, so your burette filling is done. Now just simply clamp it. Now this is a very simple acid base titration, so nothing you have to do. You have to just pipette out 10 ml of sample. So here everything is washed. This is also washed, a 10 ml pipette. So using this 10 ml pipette, you have to pipette out 10 ml of your sample. You can see up to the mark, this is 10 ml, right? So after pipetting out, you have to just simply collect it in the conical flask. Now you can see there is a drop here, so the last drop you have to collect. Okay. Now we are going to add phenolphthalein indicator. Just a drop. One drop is enough, because the role of the indicator is just to indicate the change of color. So one drop indicator is enough for the titration. Now just gently swirl the flask to mix the indicator with the sample solution, and then you have to start your titration drop by drop, because you don't know where the reading will come. So you have to do it drop by drop until the pink color. So your observation of this titration will be pink color. Always remember that whenever you are doing any titration using phenolphthalein, every time your endpoint will be pink color or colorless. You can see this is the consistency of your drop initially. You can see whenever touching the drop, a pink color is generating, but after shaking it is disappearing. So you have to titrate until the pink color persists for at least 10 seconds. This is the basic principle of titration, any acid base titration. Just another one drop. Okay, you can see. You can see
After adding one drop, pink color is coming, but it is instantly disappearing. That means you are almost nearly at your end point. So in this case, you have to add drop by drop. One drop, stir, if required add another drop, again stir, if required again another drop, add and stir. Like this you have to continue until the color persists. Now you can see a slight pink color, so it means your titration is over. So this is your first observation. Okay, so here is your first observation over. Now what is the reading?
Your reading is, to watch the reading, just remove the burette from the stand and just observe parallel to your eye. So here is 4, after that again 4 mark, lower meniscus, so 4.4. okay, this is 5, so this is 4, lower meniscus parallel to your eye, 4.4. okay, so
to the table. Now after determining the first reading, you have to note it down in a tabular form. So serial number is 1 and the volume of sample you have taken how much? 10 ml. Okay, so initially your burette reading was 0 and the final burette reading is 4.4 ml. Okay, so difference in 4.4 minus 0, that is 4.4, and the volume of NaOH consumed, so the difference is actually the volume of NaOH. So here is 4.4 ml. Okay, now similarly we are going to perform another 2 observation by continuing this final reading, considering this final reading as an initial. Okay, so again we will do 10 ml. Again we will take 10 ml and the initial reading will be 4.4 ml and the final reading I don't know how much it will come. And for third observation, the final reading of the second observation will be your initial. Okay, so in this way you have to do another 2 observation and then we will record the reading and we will provide the reading to you to write your lab manual. But in this video I am not going to show you to these 2 observation because it will make the video lengthier. So just to avoid this, I'll provide the reading but I'll not show the video. Now after performing the another 2 observation, as I have told you, so here is your volume of NaOH required, that is for first observation 4.4 ml, for second observation this is 4.5 ml, and for third observation this is 4.6 ml. Now what you have to do, you have to consider the concordant value. So concordant value is basically if you performing the 3 observation, the 2 similar reading will be your concordant value. Taking the any one of the 2 similar reading will be your concordant value and the third reading will be eliminated. So but in this case here is 3 different reading have came out. So you have to just take a mean and considering the first decimal fraction, you have to record your value and then you have to calculate the amount of total alkali. So after calculating, you have to write your lab copy. So here is the reading. You can note down this reading and considering this reading, you can write your lab copy. Thank you.